Hello, CSI Golden Eagles. Welcome to the 44th episode of the Knowledge Nest. Today is December 6th, and we are in the first week of December, obviously, so we're going to cover the December 2023 CSI Library newsletter, of course. Our first order of business is that we have the book club pick for December. It is In a Holidays by Christina Lauren. Love Actually meets Groundhog Day in this quintessential holiday romance. So we are going to go to the library book listing. Here it is. Here is the call number. As you can see, we have none of them available right now, but we do have, cancel that. Hello, CSI Golden Eagles. Welcome to the 44th episode of the Knowledge Nest. Today is December 6th, and it is obviously the first week of December, so we're going to go over the library newsletter first, and then we're going to talk about the InfoBase ebooks. So, first on our list of the newsletter is the book club for December. We'll be reading In a Holidays by Christina Lauren. Of course, that's going to be the 21st of December at 12. So usually it's the last Thursday of December at noon, but it is going to be the second to last because that's going to be the 28th, and we have holiday break from the 22nd until the 2nd of January. So that'll be fun. Please come to that, and I am going to show you the listing of that book. Here it is. In Holidays, Christina Lauren. Here's the call number. We have no copies in right now because obviously they've been checked out for the book club. But if you want to talk to Miranda Buren, she will get you a copy through Interlibrary Loan, or you could probably get the book another way, or you could wait for someone who's checked it out to return it, because usually it takes people about a week and a half to 2 weeks to read a book like that. So we'll see what people do, but I'm sure we can get you a book. Here is the description of the book. One Christmas wish, two brothers, and a lifetime of hope are on the line for hapless May Lynn Jones in a Holidays, the quintessential holiday romantic novel by Christina Lauren, the New York Times best-selling author of The Unhoneymooners. It's the most wonderful time of the year, but not for May Lynn Jones. She's living with her parents, hates her going-nowhere job, and has just made a romantic error of epic proportions. But perhaps worst of all, this is the last Christmas May will be at her favorite place in the world, the snowy Utah cabin where she and her family have spent every holiday since she was born, along with two other beloved families. Mentally melting down as she drives away from the cabin for the final time, May throws out what she thinks is a simple plea to the universe. Please, show me what will make me happy. The next thing she knows, tires screech and metal collides. Everything goes black. But when May gasps awake, she's on an airplane bound for Utah, where she begins the same holiday all over again. With one hilarious disaster after another sending her back to the plane, May must figure out how to break free of the strange time loop and finally get her true love under the mistletoe. Jam-packed with Yuletide cheer, an unforgettable cast of characters, and Christina Lauren's trademark hijinks, this swoon-worthy romantic read will make you believe in the power of wishes and the magic of holidays. So essentially, it's like Groundhog Day, or Happy Death Day, except it's Christmas, and romance. So, seems fun. I might even check out this book. I was kind of on the fence about this book, but we'll see how it goes. I can probably get it on an ebook. You can also get ebooks through your public library. Twin Falls Public Library might have this. So, see if you can get an ebook if you can't get a physical copy of the book. And that'll be really exciting. So, the next thing is our online murder mystery. Ross and Allison discovered that people really like our murder mysteries, And so, we created an online version. So, we had one in November, of course, but There is a lot of things you can do, many things you can do with our online murder mystery. If you're an online student or a in-person student coming to the library, you can still do our online murder mystery. It's on the LibGuides, and let's see what that looks like. Here we are, Miami Vice murder mystery, complete with 1970s typeface. Our database spotlight is the Fuente Academia, over 500 scholarly journals from Latin America, Portugal, and Spain, covering agriculture, biological sciences, economics, history, law, literature, philosophy, psychology, public administration, religion, and sociology. And so here is the Fuente Academia, and one more. We also have the Professional Development Collection that's added into the Fuente Academia. And so that's kind of cool. A holiday craft, we have tape holiday cards, washi tape holiday cards. So last month we had the Thanksgiving Give Thanks cards. Now we have holiday cards. So that should be really fun. Current staff reads. Ali reads A Christmas Carol, as I do every Christmas holiday season. So that's really fun. I'm reading The Whistler. It's something that was recommended by no less than 5 members of my family, so I'm going to give it a try. Corruption and blackmail affect yet another Florida judge in a Grisham novel. He puts a lot of his novels in Florida, and another thing is he often has judges who are corrupt. So we'll see what happens there. Reba is reading Iron and Flame. It jumps straight into action, she says, at a dragon war college where everyone must fight to survive. I think this is a sequel to another book that she was reading a few months ago. And Mandy is reading The French Exit, which was our book club pick for the last one. This absurd but funny escapades of a mother and son who go broke and relocate to Paris. And Ross, leer este libro en español después de leerlo en inglés es muy divertido. Harry Potter, I think that cover is... We can just click it. Yes, The Chamber of Secrets. So Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets, and of course, happy holidays from us. Here we have our wonderful picture. I'm wearing a Santa hat, and it's just fantastic. So again, please don't disparage our library newsletter. We've had several people come and say, I'm getting spam email from the library account, but this is not spam email. We have a lot of information about things that happen at the library, and hopefully we can bring some context to a lot of other things that are happening on campus. Maybe we should put some things that are happening across campus on a second page of this newsletter, but we want to at least bring up to speed on what's happening at the library. So that's kind of fun. So now here's another database. We're going to talk about the InfoBase ebook collections. So I looked for other databases that were related to InfoBase, and the only discrete InfoBase database is the InfoBase Books database. So here we are. And like I said before, we have a bunch of different topics and subjects. Some of them overlap, but we have science, we have medical things, we have mathematics, we have philosophy and counseling, guidance and character education, current issues. This is a particularly helpful one. So let's just look at some of these subjects. And then you can also search by full title, full text, or ISBN. If you search by the advanced search, then you can enter a search term, select in a title, text, or both title and full text. Select a subject, select a grade range, either 9 to 12 or academic, what publisher you want, and the copyright date of the item so you can ensure that you are getting up-to-date and current information if that is necessary. So again, if you search by standards, there's another option. You can select a standard for a bunch of different places. We even have Idaho standards. And if you select a grade, let's say 12 for you, and let's say social studies. So this would be good for dual credit students. So these are the standards that you have. And let's say standard 4. And so here we have Idaho standard 4. All of the books that comply or fulfill the requirements of standard 4 are right here. So that's kind of cool. Now for subjects, we have a bunch of filter options. We have, again, copyright dates, publishers, grades, and series. What series do you want? We can look at women in history, A to Z of women. We have Bloom's period studies. That's really interesting. And right here we have 16 results about women in history, women in science and math, women adventurers and athletes, women performers. And of course, you could always search these by title and then also limit them by categories as well. We have only 7 in philosophy: Western philosophy, knowledge, logic, and science, which kind of is same thing. Reality, religion, and the mind, all sorts of different things. And we have also another series, understanding philosophy, contemporary thought and ancient and Hellenistic thought, all sorts of things. Mathematics, we have a bit smaller selection. These are more general descriptions of these topics, but they're still useful. Mathematics and the Laws of Nature. I remember reading this book, actually. It was a really interesting book showing applied mathematics. And this is one of the things you need to learn while you're in college, is that these topics aren't just abstract topics, and they are abstract when you learn them, but they're applicable. You need to learn things that are applicable to what you need to do with your job in your life. And this shows how these things are applicable. How can mathematics help you understand nature, understand science, understand engineering? This book is an excellent example of how. This is more about medicines. But then it goes into more broader concepts: food safety, nutrition, different drugs and how those can negatively and positively affect you. And I say positively when I'm talking about medicines, just so we're clear. And then current issues. This is a really interesting topic. We have 138 results in this. And so there's, of course, drugs and brain and mathematics and psychology. But there's also such things as social change, crime, media bias, different social rights and movements. And so I would encourage you all to look at these books if you have time. And you never know what supplemental materials can be really helpful to you. I would encourage you all to never just read what's assigned to you from your professor if you want, or your instructor. Read what is available to you. Do some independent research. Your professor, depending on the assignment, your instructor will be impressed that you've taken the extra time to read some other things. And there, again, some things you can use Control F. You can use the table of contents. Don't read the whole book. Just look for those phrases and chapters and sections that are important to what you're learning about right then. If you use accurate and effective searching, you can speed read or read it, normal speeds, and obtain information really effectively and swiftly, and then implement that into your presentations or your projects or whatever. So hopefully this has been an interesting exploration of the InfoBase eBooks site, and I hope that you all will come and reach out to us if you have any questions. Again, this is Reed Hepler. Happy holidays in December, and I will see you next week here on The Knowledge Nest.